saying something which is very clear. So to make it short, because it's quite complex, and I've been working on this field for the last 20 years, very clearly, my position is this one. You have now, we say a new presence of Muslims in the West, which is, by the way, wrong. This is the Western Europe discovering the Muslim presence, neglecting Eastern Europe, because we don't see Western Europe as really part of our level of understanding in the West, which is quite arrogant on our side. But let us say this, we have now millions of European citizens with a religious Islamic background. They are citizens, European citizens by nationality, and they are Muslims by religion. Millions of them don't create any kind of problem. We are today obsessed with a few on the margin who are radicalized, who are extremists, who think that the only way is us Muslims against the West. I condemn what they did every time. Just 2 weeks after what happened in the States, I was in New York, invited by Time magazine, and I said this is not only non-Islamic, it's anti-Islamic. So we have these people who have to condemn them. Now let us speak about the great majority of the Muslims who want to be peaceful European citizens. My position is three things. First, you live in a country, you respect the constitution and the legal framework of the country with no exception. Why? Because in all the European countries you have the two fundamental rights, which is freedom of conscience and freedom of worship. This is accepted everywhere, so you can be at the same time fully Muslim and fully citizen in the country. So respect the constitution and the legal framework of the country. Second, you have duties towards the country within which you live. The first duty is the language. But not only to please, I don't want the Muslims to know Italian to please you. It's not only for you that it's important, it's for them. Because there is only one way to be a free citizen, is to get a right command of the language. Someone who doesn't speak the language of the country is not free. There is a contradiction between freedom of not speaking. Freedom is not the right to speak, so they need to know. This is a duty, which is the language. Second, to know the institutions and to know the legal framework, which is a civic knowledge, because they need civic education. And by the way, I need that Italian indigenous Italian needs also, they also need civic education, because many are speaking about the law they don't know. So the second is civic education. The third, it's not only to be integrated. You know, I have been working in 20 years with people. You have to integrate. You have to integrate. Look at your society. You have now, and it's becoming the reality in Italy. It's becoming the reality in France, in the UK, everywhere. You have now people integrated. The point is not only to be obsessed with integrate yourself. No, it's to give. It's to go from integration to contribution. To contribution is what you give to the society. You are richness. You know, if someone is telling me, be less an Egyptian or less, you know, I'm always saying, I'm a European by culture and an Egyptian by memory. My memory is a richness. If you want me to forget about my memory to please you by saying I'm only a European, I am not going to do this. My memory is a richness for Europe. I'm coming with a memory coming from Egypt. But my religion could be also, with my principles, a richness for this country, because I'm coming from with values, ethics, trying to come with something which is let us come. My position is clear this for the Muslims. First, respecting the law, command of the language, you have duties, you have also to give to the country, and this is the future. Now, this is the great majority, and this is why I'm speaking about a silent revolution among the Muslim communities in the West. This is happening in front of you. The problem that we have is three things. Lack of trust. We don't trust each other. So this is why we need dialogue. And we need dialogue at the local level. We need national movement of local initiatives, dialogue. Second, we need, out of this dialogue, to ask our fellow citizens, do you think, or do you have the feeling that this presence could be an asset for your societies? Are you looking at me only as a problem or as a potential richness? Be sincere with your own answer, because it's really important. If you are only looking at me as a problem, it's going to be a problem. And this is why what I'm saying is that the Muslims are not the only responsible for the future. You are. You have to ask yourself, are you ready also not only to integrate the people, but to know them, to respect them? And to respect them is not only to tolerate that they are here. To respect them is to know them. Because there is no respect without knowledge. There is no respect without mutual knowledge. And this is what I'm asking. So I know that I'm challenging. I know that I'm challenging. I'm not only asking to the Muslims respect. I'm saying this to the Muslims. This is what we need. But I'm also saying to my fellow citizens, you need to know more. You need to reach out. And you need to do something which is very important, to get out of your intellectual ghetto. It's very simple, Sunday morning, to be in this room and to say I'm open-minded. What I want to know is to know how many people from a different background than yours are going to meet tomorrow in your city. How many people are you reaching out? This is the reality. We in the real pluralistic society, let us ask ourselves if we are consistent in our daily life. On Sunday, to be open-minded, it's easy. To be open-minded with the same people, with our people, it's easy. Let us be open-minded with the people who are perceived as the others, to build this society for the future. This is my position. It's clear. I'm very demanding on Muslims, asking them for more self-criticism, for more creativity, but I'm also critical towards some of the people who are nurturing mistrust, who are nurturing fears. And some politicians, some parties and some journalists in this country, not only here by the way, in the UK and everywhere, nurturing mistrust, nurturing polarization, because they are making money out of fractures in our society. They make money, we have the problems. We want the solution in order for them to get less money.